Well, it's not every day that you see leaf springs on the front of a Chevy truck anymore. But this ain't no normal Chevy truck. We bought ourselves a farm truck. And I believe my wife plans on making this her daily driver. We'll see how that goes. We grabbed us a 1999 Chevy C3500HD with a 454 and 19.5-inch wheels. This used to be a seal coat truck, and there are plenty of, we're gonna say, splatters on it. Got the back side of the passenger rear window, but it's got a 12x8 flatbed on it that's in really nice shape. It's got a new deck on it. It's got a brand new steering gearbox. It's got new Hydro Boost steering lines. If I didn't mention, it's got a 454. And the transmission's a 4L80E, I believe. There's a few things that needed attention, like wheel studs on this left front. This rear set of brake pads is pretty much toast, but I believe that rotor will clean up all right once I get some new pads on there. This, however, is a major concern. You can probably see, I hope, that this transmission is moving and this engine is not. I have found two. I have found two studs holding this transmission to the engine, and that's a big problem. The other ones are either missing or snapped off. And I want to make this thing reliable. I don't want to make it a really close aircraft. I don't want to make it halfway to a trip somewhere, maybe with a load of tractors on the back, and the transmission falls out. I want to make this something that we could daily drive, that we could go to Pennsylvania to the big show. We can go to Wisconsin, make tractor trips, make cargo trips, whatever we want. We had a 12-foot flatbed, so that's that. Today I sold my 2020 Silverado, our most fuel efficient vehicle, but a huge payment is gone, and Carvana paid me $6,000 more than I owed on it, which is pretty much back to where we paid because of all the rebates and incentives when we bought, and because we had a GM employee discount. So we ended up basically paying about lease price for the truck, but I decided that I don't drive enough to have a new truck anymore. So we could drive this thing 2,500 miles a month, give or take, for the amount of money I was paying on that new truck, plus the fuel I could put into that. So we're looking at being able to travel a very long way with a old gasser Big Block Chevy. And people joke you can't pass a gas station, but this thing has 2 gas tanks, so I'll be able to pass every other gas station at least. So it's time to get to work. It's time to get some work done and get the farm truck up to snuff. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you should not replace catalytic converters. I don't know what they did there, but hope they didn't pay for that. I hope they didn't pay for that. That's bad news. I've never had a vehicle with a parking brake on the output shaft either. That's pretty cool. I see I kind of lied about that 2 gas tanks thing. The the rear one has been cut and crimped off and the external fuel pump disconnected. So, because the other gas tank has no gauge currently working, which is probably just a bad ground, I'd like to see if I can get that functional as maybe just a transfer tank and have an auxiliary where I can just pump everything out of this into the other tank. We'll see how that goes.